Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the CDL podcast channel. In this episode today, it's pretty much all Black Ops 7. We had kind of half a reveal today. We got a bunch of written out information. We didn't get so much actual gameplay. It was more of a campaign reveal, but got to see a little bit about what the game looks like, the vibe of the game. If you guys enjoy this one, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. On the audio platforms, drop a follow, drop a 5-star review. Boys, let's just jump into all the Black Ops 7 stuff. I don't know how long this episode is going to be. We're basically just talking about that, so it might be long, might be short. Um, but a lot was revealed today. We were able to see some stuff, but mostly just going to be going through it. First thing, early access beta on October 2nd, open beta on October 5th. Basically, game can be played from like the 2nd to the 8th if you pre-ordered it, and then the full release on November 14th. So, I mean, the beta's cool, but kind of unfortunate because that's a pretty late release for today's standards. Usually, like it's been released in the last week of October, like a lot recently. So that's delayed by like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. Would love to have a game, earlier, but hopefully it's worth it. Sure it'll be worth it from what we saw today.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's worth it too. It's just weird because like there doesn't seem to be much of a reason for it to be delayed, like on the surface that much. I guess it's
Hmm.
like I mean it's only a few weeks, so it's like whatever. But it's kind of weird because they had started the trend of like, okay, we're releasing it the last week of October. Like it's always like a Thursday towards the end of October, like a
Yep.
Thursday night at midnight. And I guess they're just saying screw it. We're releasing it later. Weapons
Yeah.
coming out though in the game. I this isn't like in a super coherent order. I wrote down like everything I saw, and if there's anything that we miss that you guys saw, we can add it. But weapons returning among obviously a bunch of other weapons that'll be in the game and new are a gun that's basically the Rampart from BO4, the PDW from BO2, the Peacekeeper, and then the M8. Obviously, I feel like people are most excited about the M8 because dude, it's been a long damn time since we've had like a really good
Burst.
burst gun in a game, like even one that's been considered to be used competitively because we've had some like OP ones that are like insta one burst. I know Brad's gonna be a full time AR. He's switching to the M8 this year.
I believe it.
Uh, I'm not very good with the M8 though. I mean, I'm excited because the M8 is a classic gun, but I kind of suck with burst guns. I don't know
Just
what
bring
it
the
Yeah.
is.
Mano back.
There's the Rampart's kind of similar to the Mano, low key.
Yeah, the Rampart does a lot of damage from what we've seen in the past.
The Rampart just feels like a gun that's gonna get GA'd,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
I I wouldn't be
Yeah.
shocked.
It's just like
The heavy hitting gun.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those like headshot multiplier guns that if you hit like two headshots and a body shot, it might be a 3 bullet, or like
Yeah.
it might just rip people. So I feel like it might be GA. PDW, I don't know if the PDW is good, it could be a really good gun because it usually has like 50 bullets in a clip, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. It was really nice when we played
But it's
the
like,
Black Ops 2 with it.
yeah, but even in Black Ops 2, it wasn't like really meta because obviously the MSMC was so good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Peacekeeper, I feel like that's the gun that has the most potential here for competitive. I mean, obviously the M8, like,
Yeah.
but I don't know. With the pros nowadays, they might GA a burst gun. They might say it's OP that you can one burst. So who knows?
I wouldn't be shocked.
But I think competitive wise, the Peacekeeper, maybe the one with the most
Hmm.
like interesting talks for competitive because it is like it was remember when it came out in BO2, it was like supposed to be designed as like a hybrid SMG AR.
Yep, like
So
the
like
flex.
yeah, so it could be interesting. This could be like a Maddox type gun, you
I mean,
know?
if it's like
I hope
that,
not.
I'll be using.
Yeah, Brad said I hope not, because for some reason Brad hates the Maddox.
That
Give me
gun,
the ICR.
that gun was so P.
Dude. I I just have a weird feeling that we're looking at this list and we're getting excited about the M8, Peacekeeper, and Rampart, and all of them might be GA'd. They might just GA'd into the ground until they find like some random aims type, super straight shooting auto AR. Like,
Yeah.
hope not though, because M8 Peacekeeper, the Peacekeeper legit could be like a flex type gun because it is
Hmm.
like a do it all, like not super amazing up close, but good and like better than a normal SMG at range.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
More guns, the better.
Yeah.
Who knows? But the GAs.
I mean, I hope it's a situation where we can use 3 ARs, 4 different subs. Um, We'll talk
Mm-hmm.
about. I mean, Brad and I, when we did the little mini episode, we talked about like the pick 10 and how much better that would be if they obviously they didn't do that. Because I don't know, there was an interview with a developer where he said he wasn't convinced that pick 10 is the better system, which is insane. But
It's crazy.
we talked about like the balance of classes a little bit, like how it's kind of fun when there's so much viable stuff. So like everybody's not using the same class because right now it's basically just plug and play. It's like, okay, what's the AR class? What's the subclass? You go. We are
Yep.
talking about how it's kind of fun when like, okay, you can sacrifice a stun and a nade, but load up your gun, or you can sacrifice one of your perk slots and add a stun. Like one of the things later that we'll talk about, um, basically eliminates the creativity again with the movement. But first, classic prestige is back. 10 prestiges, 55 levels per prestige. That's a W.
Big W.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's a big W because I mean it's not the biggest deal in the world. I'm not a super big pubs player anymore, anyways. But still, it's like at least I can like look at my level and know what it means. Instead, it'd be like, oh, I'm season 3, level 355, and I'm like, I have no idea what this means.
Yeah. A lot
Um,
easier to just track, and it's fun going for Prestige Master.
yeah. Which speaking of prestiges, I don't know if you saw this part, Brad, but I feel like this is a Brad thing that he would like. Weapon prestiges are back. 2 prestiges per weapon. I don't even have you ever even really played a game, Brad, where there's weapon prestiges? Because I'm trying to think of the
I think
last. When was the last time they had that?
they had they had it in Black Ops 3, didn't they?
I don't think so.
Hmm. I'm trying to think too.
I don't think
I
they.
thought Black Ops.
I think maybe they might have had it in like a recent game randomly, but I don't. Maybe they did in Black Ops 3. I don't think they did though. Maybe they did,
World War
but
Two.
maybe. I mean, I
Mm,
know the one that I really remembered in is like obviously like Black Ops 2, and I really remember it in, like MW3 or something. That's when I really remember it
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Like the OG one, but
I might not have played with it then. I could have sworn they're in Black Ops 3, but I could be wrong.
it might be. I can't remember though. I'm not a big fan of them though. It's basically just like you max out the weapon level and then you have to prestige and you just lose all your attachments. And you have to redo it again, and there's not usually too much benefit to it. It seems like with the whole camo situation we'll talk about in a second, there might be a benefit to it this year. Before it was just like you can maybe throw a sticker on the gun or something. It was kind of like whatever. You could get like a kill tracker on the gun or something. Um, but then it says there's 2 prestiges per weapon with a max of level 250. So I'm assuming that obviously doesn't mean both prestiges. You have to get 250 levels in the gun. I'm assuming it's like 15 levels on the gun or however many attachments there are. And then like once you hit level 15, you can prestige it. And once you go through level 15 again, you can prestige it to max. And then it's kind of like multiplayer. When you hit max level, you can then go to like level 1000 master prestige. I'm assuming it's going to be the same thing for the gun. Once you're max prestige on the rampart, but you can get it to level 250 max. Like
I would. I would assume so.
it better not be 250 levels per prestige on the guns, because then that's the most insane grind of all time.
That's yeah. You're not wrong about that grind. Thinking about that. It's crazy.
I think I could be wrong here, but I'm thinking the weapon prestiges are going to matter now as well. They haven't really mattered too much in any of the games that have had them, but the big announcement that I'm excited for, especially if we don't get ranked off the rip and I'm looking for something to play, is there's 16 mastery camos in the game, as opposed to there's usually a maximum of 3 in the recent games, multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that's even a recent thing because there used to not be a Warzone mastery camo. There used to not
Yep.
even be a zombies mastery one, and then they added that eventually into some games.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how they're gonna do the campaign one. I might actually have to play my first campaign.
I know I was actually thinking the same thing. If the camos are cool, I feel like that one might be the easiest one to get.
Yeah,
It's like
because it's probably just due by like levels or however far you get in the campaign kind of thing.
I
Like
think
25% 150, 75, 100.
it could be, but I think I saw something that there might be like specific challenges to like do stuff. Like maybe you have to get certain kills with each weapon that you can find on the ground or whatever. I don't know how it'll work, but I feel like campaign will probably be the easiest ones to get.
Yeah,
Would be my guess. Warzone maybe the hardest. I don't even know
probably
how
the
you get
hardest.
Warzone.
But
Zombies
you have to get like a
is
bunch of kills, and then you have to get like most wanted kills as like special challenge. It's honestly a pain in the butt.
like zombies is usually not that hard. It's just time consuming.
Yeah,
It just takes forever because you have to get like so many zombie kills. Um, But I'm excited for the multiplayer. I'm assuming it's going to be like classic, like getting all your weapons gold and diamond and stuff like that. And then I'm assuming it's going to be getting all your weapons to max prestige is probably going to be a way to get another one. And then they'll probably be like getting a certain amount of kills with each gun, or I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'm really excited for that because like it's just going to give me something extra to grind for, and also it'd be kind of fun because then
Yeah.
instead of using dark matter all year in rank play, I can kind of switch between 4 mastery camos.
Yep.
Right.
So that'll be cool, and like maybe I'll go for some zombies. I don't know about that campaign, depending on how easy it is and how cool they look. I can go for it, but it's just like
Yeah.
it's fun for the mastery camo grinders. I mean, I think Brock's thinking about doing a 24-hour stream when Black Ops 7 drops, so we'll just have Brock grinding camos. We're just gonna designate
Thinking
Brock as
about
our
it.
world record getter. He's gonna try to beat all the people to get the camos.
Uh, but we'll see. I really hope the campaign is just not good enough camos to use because I do not want to play campaign.
Hey, it is co-op though, so I'm pretty sure we could do it all. We could all do it together to take some of the pain away because you can play co-op in this year's campaign.
That is true. Y'all wrong about that actually.
Hopefully the camos don't stink. I hope they like kind of resort back to like how good like Black Ops 3 camos were and stuff. Like
Make them
honestly,
bright, colored, and reactive.
yeah, maybe like what was it? Black Ops 4 probably the last game with like actually good camos.
Yeah, Black Ops 4 had some good. I mean, like it just goes down to whenever it's again it's what every negative thing for the most part stems from COD. It's when Warzone came in and they did like weapon like
The
builds
blueprints.
instead of blueprints.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they did blueprints
blueprint.
instead of camos. Like BO3 when you could just pull the camos, sick. Black Ops 4 like started to kind of lean into the whole like weapon builds, like the loadouts,
Yeah.
blueprints a little more, and then like MW19 went full into it, and then the camos were just ruined basically for good.
Yeah. I miss the Black Ops 3 like black market or whatever. That was
Yeah.
so awesome.
The supply crates were great, and they were like
Yeah.
because it wasn't pay to win either. Like AWs was a little pay to win, so people didn't like it. Black Ops
Right.
3s wasn't pay to win because most of the weapons that you could pull out of them weren't that good anyways,
Right.
Yeah.
and you
And
could
if you
just like
want
pull
to spend
camos.
money, you can.
Yeah, you
And
could buy
yeah,
like
if you get the
guaranteed
quick
weapon
release.
cases if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But also like it made them kind of fun. Like when you earn them, like when you pulled, like I remember my favorite camo. I just really like the ice one in
Yeah.
BO3, and like when you pulled ice on your VMP or on like the specific gun you wanted it for, it was really cool. Remember there was like
Yeah.
a War Torn or Warlord, something it was called. I remember pulling it on SVG, and I was like hyped because that was like my favorite like sniper camo. Then I could use it in
Yeah.
competitive, and it was like that was actually like a fun way to get camos that like you can spend money if you want to, but also you can get a ton of camos completely just by playing the game.
Yeah.
I love Storm on the Locust. Ooh.
Yeah, but there's like, and that just shows how good the camos were because we're sitting here in 2025 naming camos in the game from 2016 that we still remember. Like,
Yeah.
and I can every camo you said, I can see it in my head. I know exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for these. I know I'm not going to get all 16 because I just don't enjoy
No.
playing Warzone. So there's
Yeah.
no way I'm going to get that. And zombies is probably going to be so much of a grind that I'm just going to be like, I'll just pass on that. I'll do the multiplayer, most likely finish all 4 of those, depending on what they are, and then maybe campaign. But yeah,
Right.
I swear they make the zombies camo like the coolest every time. And then I'm like, then I look and you need 1,000 kills with every gun just to unlock the rest of the challenges. And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay.
Right.
So much.
Yeah.
It's not even hard. Just so time consuming.
Yeah,
Just
it's like
Yeah.
not worth it. in
I
the
don't
end.
have the time or want to play 12 hours a day of zombies just to get it
Zombies.
done. And it's not even like multiplayer, like still like it's kind of a grind to get the camos and stuff, but like it's a little at least a little bit more fun. Like to like go
Mhm.
pub stomp and like learn the maps and stuff. You're at least like getting like some fun out of like grinding for those camos, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Yeah. I don't know. But it is nice though, because like I mean we have some friends that are like basically zombies players, like strictly. So it is nice, like if you are a person that like that's what you enjoy zombies. I like that they're doing the mastery camos for all the different modes because like there are people that only like to play Warzone and only like to play pubs, only like to play zombies. So like everybody has their like grind that they can do. So it's kind
Niche.
of nice, like kind of cater
Yep.
to all the players. Speaking on the kind of progression thing for multiplayer, all XP and double XP tokens and gobblegums are going to roll over. And then the operators, bundles, like skins, that kind of stuff from BO6 is going to be added at the season 1 launch of BO7. So that's kind of nice. The
That's it.
bundles. I thought it was always kind of dumb how integrated all the games are together. And then like last year, you didn't get any of your stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of dumb. Like you pay a lot sometimes for that stuff, and like kind of nice that's going to roll over at season one launch. The XP and double XP tokens rolling over is awesome because that's gonna like legitimately help me get Master Prestige so much faster
Yep.
and like get the camel so much faster because I have so many like double weapon XPs that I can spam to level up my weapons.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be really nice.
Yeah.
That's another thing that it makes no sense when they tried to not roll it over last year.
Yeah. Just, buy the battle pass and you get all the free stuff after that.
Yeah.
Really.
So I'm excited about that because that will definitely help me level up all my weapons and just like level up faster to unlock all the stuff I need.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is big. Now we're kind of into some of like the actual gameplay and like in-game stuff. I mean, I put these two first because they're the two I'm most excited about. Boys, there are no manual doors and no tac sprint by default. You have to use a perk for it. My thought is okay for
What do you mean by
multiplayer.
that?
Like, so I'm assuming there's going to be like a perk, kind of like lightweight, how it makes you move faster.
Oh, in my head, I thought you said there was a perk for adding doors. I'm like,
No, no, no,
my
Well,
bad.
we don't need that.
no. We do not need that. Imagine somebody has that perk on. They just look at you and they just spawn a door in front of you. Uh, no, but there's no tax sprint by default. You have to use a perk for it, which again, like unless all the perks in that slot are just like awful, I don't really know who's going to use that. And also, it's probably just going to be banned in rank play, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which
I
again,
hope
like
so.
it's cool for pubs and all that, but like the three of us are mostly playing ranked on the year, so like that's mostly what I'm concerned about when I read these things. And the no manual doors is obviously a huge W.
Yep.
I do
Love that.
know and I've heard that there are some like automatic doors, like Arsenal. Remember on Arsenal they had like the doors that like
Yeah.
walk up,
Yep.
which
Like
I still would.
that window,
Yeah,
where if you shoot it, it's like
yeah, I would still prefer if they didn't have those, but it's better than manual doors.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're telling me people can't hear me burst through a door when they're down on a bomb in protocol
Hmm.
anymore?
That too, like just the free flowing nature of plays is so
Mm-hmm.
much easier when there's no manual doors because like think of like all the maps like like protocol or like I'm trying to think of other like what are some other maps in BO4 that or BO6 that like I mean top protocol is like a good call out, but like there are just
Like
so many
Hacienda,
maps.
if you're
Yeah,
playing balcony.
yeah. Like there are just so many maps where it's like, yeah, you're playing balcony and like I could just like slide through the door and kill somebody, but instead, like I slide through the door, I bang it open, the guy has time to react, like I'm disoriented from hitting the door open, like or an S&D, a big thing is like I'm trying to like take a quick route to like reflank somebody and like reposition, but then oh no, there's a door
Or
shut right there, so I either have to creak it to try to be quiet or I have to bang through it. Then they get the audio cue and know where I am. Like it adds so
yeah.
much like it lowers the skill gap so much.
Yep.
It's like you can't just free flow and like make a play. So that's a huge W. No tax sprint's also a massive W. Even again for pubs, I just can't unless every perk in that like if it's a perk one, unless every perk one is terrible, I just can't see that perk ever being used. It
Yeah.
feels like more of a Warzone perk. Like you can put that on your
Yeah.
Warzone class, so you can tax sprint to get around faster. That which is good. Like that's exactly what I
Yeah.
wanted them to do. Make it exclusive to Warzone, and this is a good idea for how to make it exclusive to Warzone. Add it as a
Mm-hmm.
perk, and then like take it on multiplayer.
Facts.
Because I get the need for it in Warzone. The map's big, you need to move around, but like, there's no need for multiplayer. I don't need my gun flying in the air and messing it up. Um,
I just saw used to at this point when they had
yeah,
it.
it's gonna be weird not having it, but good. It's gonna be a good weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
The next thing that I have on our list here, I'm curious to hear how you guys feel about this. I am not necessarily excited for this at all because this is what I was talking about earlier with when Brad and I were discussing pick 10 and the variability of classes and all that. Like this is something that limits the variability of classes a lot, specifically in
Yeah.
competitive. And that is there's no ADS while you're sliding, diving, or wall jumping by default in the game. You have to use a perk for it. So I don't like that because everybody has to use that perk.
Yeah.
It's like
Uh,
slide
If
ADS
you
while
don't,
sliding,
you're
you
at
can't slide
disadvantage.
cancel. Yeah, you can't slide cancel. You can't. Not that I like dive and shoot that much. That one's not that big of a deal, but like it is used sometimes. But wall jumping and ADSing, so like when I bounce off the wall, I can't ADS while I'm in midair. I just have to stare at somebody
Hip
and hip
fire?
fire, like or when I'm
That's not
sliding
cool.
at them, like as I'm coming. You don't like you don't necessarily ADS and like while you're sliding and shooting, but like you're ADSing as you're coming out of your slide. So I'm guessing it would delay your ADS.
Yeah.
So like in a competitive setting, you're literally going to have to use this perk.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
Yeah.
love that because it forces everybody to again use the same. If that's a perk too, everybody's using the same one.
Yeah. Just waste a slot too, really.
Right.
Yeah,
And
it
if
feels.
it's
Go ahead.
like I don't know, I guess my worry is like the whole bringing back the Modern Warfare 2 where like you can't slide, you're kind of like a statue, you can't really do anything kind of thing. You're kind of very limited as far as your movement.
Yeah,
The seeing that kind of makes me worry a little bit, but
yeah. Me, it's just like a weird like. It's like they kind of like went into their like game they designed like kind of half-assed. Like it's like you designed a game to have, you know, fast sliding and omni movement, diving, wall jumping. Like you designed a game to be fast. Like
Yep.
this year's game was designed to be fast with the omni movement, and like now they went a step further and like, okay, we're gonna make it faster. You can do all the things you could do before, but you can also bounce off the wall. Like they're just like progressing it more and making the game more advanced, but then they're like, yeah, but you actually have to like use a
It's a
perk for
perk.
it. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like an example, like an analogy. It's like basically like you sell somebody something and like they think they have all the pieces for it, but then you're like, actually, you have to go buy this additional. It's like batteries not included.
Yeah.
yeah, you sell a
Like,
car without the key.
yeah, it's like it's literally that. That's like yeah, stuff like that. You like yeah, you buy a toy for your kid and it's like doesn't say it anywhere, but in tiny fine prints, like batteries not included. So they get home and they can't turn the thing on, and it's like
Yeah.
okay, well like you're doing all that, just like spend the 50 cents to put the batteries in there. Like it's
Yeah.
the same thing
Just
that
an
COD's doing
annoyance.
right now. Like I don't know, just like you're doing all this, just give us everything. Don't hold out and make us use a perk.
Yeah.
You think this would be like a quick easy fix if they're gonna get a lot of backlash, which I think they would for this? Do you think it'd be like a kind of a well, I mean, COD, let's be honest, they're never like this with fixes, but
I think it. I mean, it probably would be pretty easy to flip a switch and just make it default in the game since you can just flip a switch by putting a perk on. I
Yeah.
just feel like it's like bot friendly, like
yeah.
and to have it and like they're always going to cater to the bots. Like they're going to cater to the
Oh,
below
you're our
average
potato,
players.
you don't know how to move? Aw, here you
Yeah,
go, buddy.
but like I also think you're doing a disservice to players that maybe aren't as good. And like, 'cause, like, there's nothing wrong with like if you're just a casual COD player, there's nothing wrong with that. But like,
Right.
I feel like you're doing a disservice to those players because, like, let's say they do hop on, and I'm not saying they're gonna be like, I want to go pro, but like, let's say they do hop on, Black Ops 7, it's their first COD in a while, or it's their first COD, or they're just a casual player and they're really enjoying it. They may not know what that perk really even means, like ADS
Mm-hmm.
while
Right.
sliding, diving, and wall jumping. Like, there's nothing wrong with them not knowing. They just might not know, and like you're handicapping their gameplay because like they're gonna see everybody else doing like crazy movement and shooting them in midair, and then they're gonna try to shoot in midair and they're gonna start hip firing, and they're gonna be like, well, why can't I do what that guy does? I must just suck, and they're just gonna get unmotivated to play the game, and you're like just put that as a default in the game so everybody has the same movement at all times and everybody's on that same movement playing field. Don't make it a perk because like yeah, random players are like not gonna know what to do and like I don't know. It's weird because like think if you were a complete like I'm thinking about myself when I was first playing COD, I would have been like, okay, what is that? I don't know what that is. Like because it's a learning curve. Like I mean, hell, half the players might not know what ADS stands for. Like might
And
not know
a
it
lot, a
means
lot
aim
of
down sight.
player,
Like there's a lot of
a
casual
lot of
players out there. I feel like sometimes people forget that.
yeah. I would say a lot of casual players if they start first, start playing the game, usually go with the first default class next listed.
Yeah, and
Might not
they
have the perk and that.
well, and they go for the perks that sound the most basic, like a flak jacket, like take less
Yep.
explosive damage. They're like, okay, cool, I won't die to grenades. Or like lightweight, run faster. They're like, okay, cool, I can move quicker. Like they're not going to do something that says you can ADS while sliding, diving, and wall jumping. Like they're going to be like, what does that mean? But then they see like run faster, don't get hit with a flash grenade. They're like, okay, cool, I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
um, speaking of perks though, Brock, this one's going to have you specifically more than me and Brad hyped. Specialist
Oh yeah.
bonus
In the pubs.
to get all perks. So this is more of a you thing than me or Brad
It
because I know
is.
Brad wasn't really playing OG MW3. Uh, and I didn't. I played enough like of that game, but like I was still like kind of on Halo a lot of the time. It was like right as I was kind of like starting to play more COD, so I didn't really like. I wasn't on the specialist wave at the time because I didn't really know.
Yeah. This would be lit for pubs, definitely. Definitely not a ranked
Oh no,
thing.
no,
Definitely
definitely not.
not. But pubs definitely, when you get the bonus, you just feel invincible. You
Yeah.
just feel like you're not gonna die.
You know what that is,
Yeah.
Brad?
Where you get all the perks?
Yeah, but do you know like how it works?
Oh, I don't know how that works now.
Because usually you have to put it on instead of like streaks, right, Brock?
Yeah, you can't use like like the actual like cruise
Yeah.
missile and stuff like that.
So yeah, that's basically what it is, Brad. Is it's like you. So instead of me using like UAV, cruise missile, and sentry gun or something for my score streaks, you put on specialist streaks, and it's like, oh, if you
Mm.
get whatever they do, score streaks or kill streaks, like an MW3 was kills. Like it's like, oh, if you get 3 kills, it'll activate this perk. So like on top of like
Okay.
if I have like lightweight, flak jacket, and ninja on, then if I get 3 kills, it'll activate like tack mask, and then it'll
Yep.
activate this perk and this perk and then this perk. So like basically, if you go on a big streak, you just have every perk in the game active. And Brock's not wrong.
Hmm.
It's like you feel invincible because you have everything boosting you. Like you have like
Mhm.
lightweight, flak, tack. You have the wall bounce thing. You have like tack sprint randomly activated. That might kind of mess you up. You have
Yeah.
tack sprint, but like basically, if you continue to go on a streak, you'll just have every perk in the game active. So you just feel if it's crazy.
Because
Yeah.
they have specialists in like Warzone, but it's like just like a token or something that you can pick up off the ground.
Yeah, but it's a it's definitely something really fun for pubs. Like because a lot of times, like let's be honest, the streaks kind of suck for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They haven't made like really fun to use streaks in a while. Like usually, I'm just using UAV counter UAV and like whatever the Blackbird or Hater or whatever you want to call it is advanced UAV.
It's a goat. The go 3-stroke score streaks for
Yeah,
leveling up.
yeah. And then this next point, kind of an L in my opinion. There is a looper perk for looping streaks. So basically, I'm assuming that means you can't re-roll your streaks in one life unless you have this perk on. Kind of an L, to be honest. It's like
Yeah.
if I only get 3 perk slots, I don't really want to be spending
I'm
one.
not putting this on.
Like, you know what I mean? Kind of an L. Like that should just be in the game.
Yeah.
And again, that should just be in the game by default. I can re-roll my streaks.
Yeah.
Max out my streaks, I can get them again. That's an L, in my opinion.
It'd probably be like perk 3 with like Ninja 2 or something like that.
Yeah, it's just it just doesn't move me at all.
Yeah.
um, so this one is something we definitely have to talk about a lot. Did you guys see this? This overclock for loadouts.
Do not see
Um,
this.
It's
a little bit.
so I'm still not fully sure exactly what it means. I was watching like there's like an 18-second clip. I don't know if maybe there's like a different clip I could watch that would explain it better. Somebody's saying it's like AW custom score streaks, like a little bit. It sounds like so. Yeah, the description that Charlie Intel posted was equipment streaks and field upgrades can change in game based on progression of the item. So I don't know if that means progression like you have it leveled up overall, or like if you get a lot of kills with it or a lot of whatever. Like your trophy system eats a lot of tacticals. Like is it going to level up in some way? But I don't know. It sounds like it's apparently going to be like a pretty big part of the game, and it'll like upgrade the items you're using, but and it changes based on the progression of your item. So I'm a little bit curious to see what that is. I did see something in the video that looks horrendous. That it will obviously be G8 in rank, but I already know that's going to be the most annoying thing in pubs. A guy in the video, he like it doesn't look like it's a kill streak. It looks um like a field upgrade, like a trophy system. He takes it and he
Yeah.
throws it on the wall, and it sticks to the wall, and a red laser comes out and starts shooting somebody. It's like a sentry gun that you can deploy just on your class at all times. And I was like, that is going to be so annoying in pubs if you just like get that every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I turn the corner, there's
Handheld
always a sentry
sentry.
gun. Like it better have like a slow TTK or something. Like it better not kill you super fast because
Yeah.
that is going to be
It's
so
got to
annoying.
shoot peas.
Yeah, because that is. I mean, obviously it's going to be G8 and ranked, but like that is going to be so annoying in pubs when I turn a corner and like just get shot by a mini sentry gun on the wall.
Yeah. That's gonna be. Everyone's gonna run it too if it's OP.
I saw that and I was like, oh
Oh
hell
yeah.
no. Okay. Also, this might be the best thing ever if you play with a stack of players. This is gonna be so nice, so I
Facts.
don't have to tell Brad a class. Uh,
Facts.
weapon
12
build
times, by the
sharing.
way.
This might be the best thing ever. Weapon build sharing, allowing you to send a build code to friends with a click of a button to copy a weapon. So that way, when we log on and Brad's like, "What's the AR class? What's the sub class?" Somebody asks, then your other friend comes on, "What's the AR class? What's the sub
Yep.
class?" And somebody else asks you, their weapon deletes
Yeah.
an accident. They ask you again instead of being like, "All right, pull it up. It's this site, this grip." I can just be like, 6482. That's the code.
Yep.
And like
That's so nice.
just send you the code and there it is. Like, here's your weapon code. I can just send it off to you on like a whisper in game or whatever, and you can just copy and paste it, and that's your there it is. Like that is gonna be so nice.
Hmm.
Kind of crazy it wasn't in the game, but what a good it's such a minor thing that so many people won't care about, but what a good like just health of the game. Just like a random thing that they didn't really have to add because it's probably such a niche thing, but something that just like thank God that's in there. Like, it's really not gonna affect the game at all, but I'm just so glad I'm not gonna have to read off a class 10 times to people.
Yeah.
Just
Especially
so I don't have to do that 12 times.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Brad?
especially when you have some bot friends in Warzone and they're like, "What was that attachment again?
Yeah, you can
What was
just
that attachment again?"
here's the build, copy and paste, and then if it's wrong, then you just blame them.
Yeah. Or you're trying to tell your friend the attachments and everyone's just yelling in the party too.
Yeah. Or, like, somebody gets it and you go on to the next one and somebody else is like, "Wait, what was that last one?" And it's like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god." Then I just at some point, I'm taking a picture on my phone and then I text it to him,
Yeah.
and, like, 2 weeks later, I'm, like, going to my photos, and I'm like, "Why do I have a random picture of my monitor?" Oh, it's this AR class that I just randomly have saved in my phone.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've done that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So nice. Nice simple thing.
Another thing that they have in the game off launch that's a nice like quality of life thing about the game that I just like is the camo hub, which I'm not. Does that just mean is that like an area where you can actually just like check how far off you are from camos? Because I'm not exactly sure what that is. And
I'm
then
assuming.
yeah, that's what I thought too. And then challenge tracker and combat record. Combat record's great. I love being able to see my own stats and then just
Yep.
like looking at my friends' stats and making fun of them.
Mhm.
I hope you can see all
Facts.
that, like leaderboards and stuff. Also, like combat record was the best because I remember like you and I and like Black Ops 3, Brock, we were like in the top like 500 for ranked, and then we would like watch it from there and like
Mhm.
try to like see how far we can go up. And we eventually got into like the top 50 in terms of like on the ranked leaderboards. I don't know if it's based off like score or like total wins or whatever, but we like got
Yeah.
into the top 50, and it was like fun to watch like numbers go up. So I hope they have stuff like that.
Facts. I hope they you can check your friend's combat record.
Yeah,
Like
I like
the old
doing it.
games, like Black Ops 2.
Yeah, I like doing it. It's funny. Um, we also got a cinematic showing the 16 6v6 maps. Um, the longest little clip in there was obviously you could tell the one was raid. You saw the little cabana, the basketball court, the pool, and all that. It's
Yep.
just like it's a 2035 facelift for raid. So 10 years later than the Black Ops 2 one. And then a lot of them, like a lot of the remastered maps are all set in like Japan, I guess, or Alaska, or one of the two. And then there was kind of a cinematic going through all the maps, and I don't know if you saw that, like little cinematic panning through the maps. I know you did, Brock. I don't know if you saw it, Brad, but since it's
Mhm.
2035, a little futuristic and just the way the maps looked. Obviously, I'm not talking about like the style and the design of them, but just specifically like the cosmetic look of them. It gave me like straight BO4, BO3 vibes. The cosmetic of it,
Okay.
bright
That's
colored,
a good
looking a
read.
little futuristic. It looked really cool. I hope the maps are as good as
Yeah.
they were in Black Ops 3 and 4. I have my doubts, but cosmetic wise, they look good because I think all three of us, anybody out there, would prefer a bright, fun looking map.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I want a map that looks good. I don't want to be in some dreary, old map. I want to be in a map that looks good. And these looked pretty
They
good.
look nice.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not talking about the maps themselves. I have no idea if the maps are good, but the look of them, the cosmetic,
Yep.
it looked very cool.
And hopefully, they're just as good as they look.
I hope so. I like the
Otherwise.
dude that I'm assuming that's the Alaska map, but it looked so cool. It was like I could see the northern lights. It was like
Mhm.
dark, snowy, and you could see like kind of like teal, greenish blue, like northern lights above. It looked really cool.
That did look dope.
Um, Couple zombies things. Then we got one roster mania thing to talk about, and then we'll probably just wrap it up as a shorter episode. Um, but Dead Ops Arcade returns. That's actually like I'm actually hyped for that because I actually really like playing Dead Ops. It's kind of fun.
That up was fun.
You ever played that, Brad?
Yeah.
Like the
Black Ops 3.
overhead, yeah, the overhead like arcade style, like old school. It's actually really fun to play.
Yeah.
I remember like
Yeah.
when I first played it in Black Ops One. That was the first game I had it.
Yeah.
I remember like playing it and like thinking like, well, this is kind of dumb, and then I like actually loaded it up and I was like, wait, this is actually like hella fun. And I remember like playing it a lot. So that's kind of cool. I think people are excited for that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then round based zombies, which again, kind of sad we're at the point where we have to advertise round based zombies that should just always have been round based.
Should I like
Um,
that?
but it looks like from the screenshot I saw, again, I could be like speaking maybe something a little bit wrong here, but from the screenshot I saw, it looked like the classic crew is back. Like you had like Nikolai and Richtofen and KO and those guys, which to me is cool because that's the crew that I know. I don't know how it's going to fit with the story because I don't follow zombies as much. So maybe people are upset with the story or something. I have no idea. But those are the guys that I know, the OG. So I think it's kind of cool. But I'm excited for that because zombies is always something that I play a bit here and there throughout the year. It's not like my main thing, but it is fun to play. So a good zombies is good because whether it's good or bad, I will dive into zombies at some point and play it a little bit. So a good zombies is always good.
Mhm. Always helps, keeps people coming back too.
And I don't like
Or
I'm
oh, sorry.
I don't think any of us are like the biggest zombies players or fans either, but I will say like when there are really good maps, like when BO4 maps would always drop, I had a lot of fun. Like because we have like one friend, especially like in that time Brock and I like he follows all the Easter eggs, like watches every video
Yeah.
on every storyline thing and every map knows like each thing. And like when the maps would drop and we were like learning the Easter egg with him and playing, like that was a lot of fun. Like BO4 map drops for zombies were a lot of fun.
It was.
Same with
Fun to
BO3,
see 'em
like
out.
doing the Easter eggs on there. Those were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I'm excited if there are, some good map drops with bring back complicated Easter eggs where they aren't solved instantly and like walk
Mhm.
you through the steps. Like I remember just like
Oh,
seeing the sickos that would like discover some weird tiny folded
Yeah.
corner on a painting that would indicate this in BO3. And I'm like, I don't know how the hell you discovered that, but kind of cool.
Yeah. That's just like some nerd shit
Yeah, but I love
that
it.
I'll never do. Yeah,
uh,
they do it definitely.
but I'm
Um,
hopefully they have good Easter egg stuff in there.
yeah. One more thing I saw. So if we all make the same build with the same attachments and weapon for the weapon, it's the same build code every time.
Oh, so like yeah, it's like if I make an AR and then you make an AR, it's the same. Oh, so like it's probably gonna just have
those
like
limited build codes.
yeah, so it's just gonna
Sign
be
yeah, yeah.
like every possible combination is gonna have like a set number they already have in the game.
That's
There's
yeah.
gonna be a lot of numbers because there's gonna be a lot of possible
Yeah.
combinations. But like yeah, like so the AR that has the reflex, quick draw, grip, and like fast mag is gonna be like build 1, 2, 4. It's gonna be like
Yeah.
that for
Mhm.
everybody. So that is nice. Once somebody discovers the build that you like, you can always just know what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
That is
That'd be
nice.
nice because like if I give you the class Ryan
Yeah.
with my build code and then you give Brad it's the same code still.
Yeah. I don't
That's
have to be like,
nice.
well, my code is this, Brock's code for that class is this. That is nice and also probably like smart on their end. Just
Yeah.
code all
Gotcha.
the possible combinations into the game. And there's gonna be a lot of
Yeah.
combinations though, with all the different guns and all the different attachments. There's gonna be a lot of
Yeah.
numbers.
Yep.
Uh Also, oh yeah, last thing on zombies. This makes me think of when Brad was younger, and I used to have to play with him, and he was an absolute bot. But this is survival game or survival zombies maps are going to be back in the game for the first time since BO2. So that means like in BO2 you had like transit, but then you had like the individual locations on transit, like town is the one I always think of. So it
Yep.
sounds like they're
Mhm.
going to bring those back. Like if there's bigger maps, like they're going to make each like individual location into a map. Then it's just basically like survival on there, which is kind of cool because I actually always enjoyed like BO2, like playing town because like for somebody who again isn't like I'm not going to do the Easter egg by myself and solve it or do like something really complicated. Like back then when I was playing zombies, I was just playing to survive as long as I could.
Yep.
Like the
Right.
little survival maps are kind of cool because they're just kind of like okay, you're looking for something to play quick. You don't really want to like try too hard, like on multiplayer or rank. You just kind of want to chill a little bit. You can just load into a survival and just like go for your record surviving on that map. So it's kind of
Mhm.
fun. I like that.
No, that is good.
Definitely.
I also saw the HUD, HUD for the game, like the like how many bullets you have left in your gun, like your kill streaks, all that. That looks pretty good. As the
Yep.
classic Black Ops look with the orange. Um,
Yeah.
One thing I
Looks
like is they have
clean.
the numbers in the bullets. I talked to Brock about this a little bit, but I hated like OG MW3 or MW2, whatever it was. I think it was MW2. When it was
Yeah.
just like the bullets were on your screen as like an actual picture of a bullet on the bottom. Like
Yep.
you knew you had 30 bullets in your clip, but like when you're in the middle of shooting and it gets down to like 12, I don't know if I have 15 or 8 or 12 or 11 or 7. Like I'm not gonna sit there and individually count each thing unless it's down to like a few bullets. Like it's pretty hard to tell the difference between a few bullets. I hate anything where they don't add the actual number down there.
I don't
Hmm.
know, man. I think it's kind of aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, skill gap to be able to count faster. Who can count the bullets faster they have
Facts.
left? Your teammate's sitting there like you have 7 bullets. They lied to you. You actually had
One,
6, and
two.
then you miss out on a kill because of it. Um,
Ruins the last bullet accuracy.
yeah. The last thing, I guess that's pretty much it for Black Ops 7 news. Overall, I mean, there were some negatives in there. I think we all, for the most part, kind of agreed were negative, and a lot of things that we agree were positive. But overall, I would say for the most part, um, today's news left me more
So,
excited than I
Yep.
was, and I am overall excited for it. Like there are some things like the forcing you to use perks to get certain features of the game, um, and like certain things that I'm maybe not necessarily super excited for. But overall, like the more like crazy advanced movie you're gonna give me, the better. Like the wall bouncing looks really fun. Like the Omni movement being back, the guns coming back sound fun. Getting a couple classic maps, but also 13 new ones. I also saw something. If you look at Charlie Intel's pinned tweet, um, looking at it right now. So like the first clip at like 1 second in, if you watch that, that looks really cool as a way to like mantling has always been really annoying. You like see that like almost in
Eh,
slow motion. He bounces off the wall up above instead of mantling.
Yeah. And like it looks so effortless.
So,
Just
like,
skip
yeah,
the whole
so I don't know if
mantling
you yeah, I don't know
aspect.
if you saw it, Brad, but it's basically like there's like he's running and there's like a ledge in front of him. And like you know how normally you'd run to a ledge, you have to jump, you mantle it and go over. It's like ledge, but there's a wall here, and he runs up and he bounces up the wall or off the wall and over the ledge instead of like, and then he gets like a little half mantle with his feet, but he can shoot the whole
Yep.
time.
seems like Shottzy's gonna have a field day.
Yeah,
It looks
so
clean.
it looks clean. It looks kind of like fun. Like okay, I can just like run, bounce up that wall, go up and go. It looks cool.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I'm just overall really excited for that.
Yeah. Fingers
Same.
crossed it doesn't let us down.
Yeah, I mean, there's a decent chance it does, but I really, really, really hope not. Um, so let's go. I mean, there's Brad and I talked about this a little bit when we did our little mini episode to talk about kind of the news that went down last week. But the one roster mania and one CDL thing we'll talk about today is the Falcons rumored roster. Brock, mainly get your thoughts on it. Cell, Kismet, Pred, Exnid. Obviously, 3 players that we've seen be a majority sub on this roster, and it sounds like Kismet is going to be the one to flex, which is
Hmm.
really weird because Pred just
Yeah.
so naturally fits a flex, even though he'll refuse to do it, probably because he
Yeah.
would get paid less. And then Exnid, who we've seen be a majority sub, but he did flex at EWC. So Kismet being the flex is very odd if true. Um,
It is very, very weird, like you said. He just fits with that second sub like just so well. Who's alongside him?
yeah,
And Predator just fits like a natural flex but refuses to.
Right. Like what we were saying earlier, like Kismet is like the perfect sub duo, like star
Enabler.
amplifier kind of thing. And I feel like
yep.
with him being the flex, I think that I mean obviously we don't know how the maps will play. Maybe it is going to be a lot of 3 subs, but like if he's the flex and he does end up running, the 2 AR 2 sub, I feel like that's gonna kind of take what makes Kismet really good away.
hmm
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I tweeted right when it came out. I was like, obviously not. I mean, maybe the most ideal pickup for them in terms of roles and everything, but like for the players that were left and that they could get, I kind of thought it wasn't the worst move just for the fact that Kismet is such an unselfish player that he's just going to mold to whatever the team needs, which
True.
this team sorely, sorely needs because
Yep.
Cell and Pred are probably not going to do that. They're going to play their style and just go. So like Kismet is a good fit from the fact that like he will just mold to what the team needs like at all costs, and he's just such a winner and such a that's like all he cares about. So like he's good from that perspective, but the fit still just, in my opinion, just doesn't make a ton of sense here.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
yeah, not wrong, but
this was a Kismet should replace Exton, and you bring in one of the top flexes like a Ghosty or a
yep,
Nasty or like one of those guys. That was the obvious choice here, and they just want to keep Exton, which respect. Want to keep their
yeah,
guy and try to keep growing the region. Hard to necessarily knock him as much for that, but it kind of did hinder their roster this offseason.
yeah. I mean, because if he is going to be a flex, I mean, he'll find ways to impact the game with his unselfishness.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that's all we had down for stuff today, though, boys. You got anything else before we wrap it up?
I don't know anything.
You know, waiting for October 2nd, really.
Yeah. Well, that's pre-order beta, and then like October 5th is
I
Open
was,
beta.
open beta for everyone.
Yep.
I also saw something that um the early access beta might be available to people who have like a certain game pass.
Yeah, though, if they have like Game Pass Ultimate or something, I feel like that would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Is it gonna be on Game Pass this year, or is it just gonna be like you still have to buy the game?
I
This is for Xbox players, but
think it's gonna be on Game Pass because I thought all CODs moving forward were supposed to be on Game Pass. Could
Mhm.
be wrong on that though, but I thought all CODs moving forward were supposed to be on Game Pass.
Gotcha.
Like when Activision or when like Microsoft acquired Call of Duty, I thought that it was all supposed to be on Game Pass, but that I could be wrong. Um,
Yeah.
but that's gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. If you're on the audio platforms, drop a follow, drop a 5-star review. Not 100% sure what we're gonna do next week. We're kind of in that point where I'm gonna be texting Brock and Brad throughout the week and be like, "You want to do this? You want to do this?" And we're gonna be doing some probably really random stuff. We low key might do. Brad's never done this with us, but like usually like in the off season right before it's literally like this week or next week, we do like a random like football preview where we just like make
Hmm.
our picks for the football season because it's like there's nothing else to do. It's just kind of a fun random episode. It usually doesn't get that many views, it's like because most people are here for
Yeah.
COD, so it's like whatever. But it's just something fun to do, and we don't have anything else to talk about because we're gonna get to the point where we have one topic a week, and the topic is like, oh, did you see this random leak of a skin in Black Ops 7? Uh,
Mhm.
so we might do like a football preview. Football season's dead to me, anyways, at this point, but we might do a football preview. Uh, so maybe we'll do that next week. I think. I mean, looking at dates, next Monday would be the 25th, and then the week after that is like the first week of football because that Thursday is the first game. So yeah, either next Monday or the Monday after, we might do some kind of football preview if there isn't like a ton to talk about. If it's like a pretty slow news week, I mean,
Mhm.
pretty damn soon. Uh, I don't know, pretty damn soon. I would think we're gonna have some rosters dropping. Like people are gonna start revealing rosters. I would hope.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Um, Also, I don't know if this is a lie, but I saw that reality UK guy who's actually done like a ton of leaks, Brock, from 4 hours ago. He said one final weapon I can confirm, and he posted a picture of the Maddox, and somebody posted like a screenshot from the trailer of a guy looking like he's holding a Maddox, and I thought he was trolling. Like the whole time I saw it, I thought he was trolling, but like
Ooh,
some people think he might not be trolling. I think it's a troll, but I hope he's not trolling.
Please troll.
we need the Maddox back.
No,
We
we
need
don't,
it.
Brock.
Yeah,
Yes, we do. We do. Better for the game. Better for the game.
If the Maddox is in the game, but the Man of War isn't, I'm out.
the Man
Okay,
of War
bye.
is such a niche random gun.
I love that. That's my favorite gun of all time.
I like it too, but it's one of my favorites. But it's such a niche random gun that nobody has talked about since BO3 besides me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. And moi.
Eh. All right. We just talked for like 3 minutes after the outro. That's okay. But that is gonna do it. We'll see you guys next week.
Go
It'll be
Bills.
either a football preview or something else. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.